Good day, everyone. So today I will be discussing three topics about computer programming, one using C++. And in this video, I will explain the three fundamentals topics in C++. The number one is the C++ keyword, identifiers, and comments. Second is the preprocessor directives, int main function, namespace, and basic input and output. And the third one is the simple selection using if and if-else condition. So let us begin with the first topic, the C++ keywords, identifiers, and comments. So first is the keywords. So keywords is yung reserved word sa C++, and ibig sabihin nito na meron siyang specific meaning na and meron siyang purpose sa programming. And example ng keywords natin ay yung int, which is the integer or using a number that is whole, not a decimal or there's no decimal. Next one is the return. Return. So return is the use of this is to end the function or to end the program successfully. And the condition, which is the if else, which is the I will be tackled later. So the keyword in the C++ is the to tell the compiler what action to perform, o siya yung nagsasabi na ano yung gagawin niya or i-execute niya. And dahil reserved sila, we cannot use them as a variable names. So yun. The next one is the identifiers. So identifiers are names that we create. So yung purpose nito is to name a variable, functions, and yung mga iba pang element na sa programming. So a good identifier is to make the code easier. So ibig sabihin nun is, example is, when we are going to say, instead of x is equal to 20, we should be specific like the score, something like this, like int or is equal to 20, something like that. So, para mas maintindihan or mas madalian tayo sa programming. So, next one is the comments. So, comments ay yung mga notes sa programming. So, ini-ignore nito or ini-ignore ng compiler and hindi siya nakaka-affect sa output. So, yung comments kasi is to explain the code or to identify kung ano yung kinocode mo. For example is using the double slash, and this is example of comments. So this is comments and hindi siya nakaka-affect dito sa output. So let's make a example of the keywords, identifiers, and comments. So first one is the syntax. Include IS3 using name space std int name open close curly bracket. So first, let's make an example of the comment. Single line. So how about when we are going to have a multi-line comments. So we are going to use the slash, then asterisk, and multi-line. Then let's end with asterisk and slash. So let's use the keywords and identifiers. So int, which is the keywords of integer, and instead of using int, example of, let's make a code about int h. Instead of using int x, let's use the identifier age, so that specific siya, and para hindi tayo maguguluhan sa coding. So int age is equal to 18. So let's make a couple of comments. So int means, or int is the keyword, while age is identifier. And let's finish the code. See out age, 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 and line. And let's use the keyword to finish the compiler, which is the return 0. So let's run the code. So as you can see here that the output only shows the age 18, which is the cout. So hindi siya pinakaalaman o hindi pinakita ni compiler yung mga comments. So in conclusion, this example of program is store the value age 18, the variable age, and it is on the output screen. So the comments help explain part of code. So that's all. Then let's move on to the next topic, the preprocessor directives, main, namespace, and basic input output. So this topic is the basic structure of C++ program. So ginamit na natin kanina yung preprocessor directive, which is the include iostream. So the purpose of this syntax is yung siya yung nagsasabi that it tells the compiler na to include the input and output features. So kapag wala ito, hindi natin magagamit yung cout, or yes, yan, hindi din natin magagamit yung cout, mga scene, ganun din. So next one is the main function. This one, the main function. So ito yung entry point ng programming or ng program. So ibig sabihin nito na dito nagsisimula yung executing dito sa main. And kapag wala itong main, hindi natin ma-execute yung output. For example, let's remove this int main. And let's run this one. So there's an error. So which means na yung main function is important in programming. And next is the statement. So yung statement natin is this one, the namespace, using namespace std. So yung purpose ng using namespace std is para madalian tayo. Kasi Without using namespace std, our code would be something like this. So first, let's remove this. So int age, std, cout, enter your age, then std, scene, age, then std, cout, your age is std, and L. So, makikita natin na medyo mahaba yung code without using namespace std. But, nagra-run naman siya, pero that would make our code longer. So, example, I'm gonna put 19. So, your age is 19. So, instead of using a lot or madaming std, let's put the using namespace std. So, using namespace std. So, instead of using a lot of std, so, yung gagawin lang natin is cout, enter your age, scene, then cout. So, nakita naman, so wait lang, mayroon pa pala. So, kung kinompare natin kanina is, ang daming code or words na kanina mga, yun, yung std. So, yung purpose ng std is to shorten the code or to make it cleaner. So, let's run. 19. So, same lang sila kanina. So, yung purpose ng using namespace std is wait. So, yon to allow us to understand or to understand the library function easily. So, mapapadali na tayo ng using namespace std kaysa dun sa madaming std. So, now the input and output is That is very important kasi sila yung nag-interaction sa mga user and program. So, the program that cannot accept input or display output are not useful in real-life application. So, this is the input and this is the output. So, that's conclude the topic 2. Then, let's move to the next topic, which is the simple selection if and if else. So, simple selection is allow us the program to make a decision. So, yung condition is nagbe-base siya kung ano yung i-execute niya. So, if statement is chine-check niya if whether yung condition is true and if the code inside if blocks run, if the condition is true, I mean, so the condition inside the if block runs. So, kapag yung first statement, which is the if, is true, siya yung nilalabas sa output. Then, if the if condition or the first condition is false, so, skip niya yun, then pupunta siya sa, then skip niya yun, I mean. So, how about naman if else? So, yung if else is two condition. If the first statement is true or if, then siya yung pinapakita niya sa output. So, and otherwise, if the first condition or the if is false, then else naman yung ipapakita niya. So, let's make some example about score. In score, cout, enter your score. Sin score. So, if score is score is greater or equal than 75, then cout you pass. Let's see. Else, if cout you fail. So let's run the code. So I'm gonna put 75. Then it said that you pass. So ibig sabihin nito is the condition of the score is pasok siya sa score. Then sinasabi niya is you pass. So how about naman kapag hindi tayo naka 75, for example 74. So sinasabi niya na you failed. So ibig sabihin nun is hindi siya abot sa 75, which means sinasabi pumunta siya sa second condition, which is else, is you failed. So that's so yon. Then now, so let's make a code that is compiled together all the topics I discuss. So let's make a code that so first is the include IStream, which is the preprocessor directive. So this is the standard. You see namespace is the standard namespace. So int main, dito nagsisimula yung execution. So now the string name, string name and int score. So this two is the variable declaration. Then the input cout enter your name. Field name and cout enter your score. In now yung i-display niya sa output. So ano yung may papakita sa output. So cout student name and line. So yun yung output. So yung decision naman or yung if else is something like this. If score if score is greater or equal than 75, cout pass. Else cout failed. return 0, which is the program ends. So let's run the code. Oh, wait. I'm gonna check the. Oh, the scene is the error one. So enter your name, Mark, and let's say I got 76. So it states that I passed the exam. So let's run another. So how about if I fail the exam? Let's say I got only 68. So it is state that I failed the exam. So in conclusion, so these three topics is the concept of the programming C++, the keyword identifiers, comments, input-output, the fundamentals, and the if-else condition. So that's all for our video, my video. Thank you and bye.